Agree.
Hello friends of Golf Course Quality Fertilizer. Here we are, it's June 3rd, and we've had a really wet time. We've actually had a record in the span of from April 21st or 7th to May 29th. We had almost 10 inches of rain. And so that's actually in that span is, as far as rainfall in that period, that window, that's a record. And so what does that do to our lawn? Well, my lawn's not looking real healthy and real fun right now because of all the diseases, because we've had rain in multiple days in a row and all that amount of moisture. Nobody's had to turn on their irrigation at all yet, as far as that I know. And so we've really gotten a situation where we're wet, and what is that going to do to our turf? And so now, what we want to do, since we had so much rainfall, there's a couple things we have to think about because of that. First, let's think about what's going on the lawn right now. And so down here, I have a few diseases that are going on. Okay, and so I'm actually getting some red thread, and it's hard to see the colors of them and stuff right now, but it's like little pink ness in the grass, and there's little threads look like red, which is hence why it's called red thread. Oh, here's a really good one here. Let's pull this one up here, see if we can see this one. Oop, it fell off. Let's see if we can find another one here. There we go. Yeah. And so let's see these little red threads right here on this grass. That's what called red thread, okay? And so that's a disease. It's a low nitrogen disease. And so what that means is that rain, all that rain we've had has pushed my fertilizer so far and fast, and that's why we had a lot of growth too, that we're out of it. Now we're ran out of fertilizer. And so we're starting to get a little bit of red thread in the lawn. We're also getting leaf spot. Now leaf spot is not something that's determined by nitrogen levels, but it's a disease that happens all the time. And here's a little bit of it. It's not real clear, but you can see the yellowness and a little brown in there. Let's see if we can find some more here that'll look even better. Now there's that almost looks like some dollar spot right there. Maybe we do have a little dollar spot possibly. So there's diseases all over the place. Oh, here's a real good leaf spot lesion here. Here we go. There's another little leaf spot, right? And so we're getting these diseases in here. We're getting red thread. And so the first thing that I want us to do is go ahead and get our mid-June application down as soon as we can. So here we are. We're on June 3rd, right? And so normally we can go from the window of June 7th to June 21st. And so we're going to do a little earlier. I encourage everybody to go ahead and put that mid-June down now. So even if we're 4 days early or doing it right on the 7th, let's get it down as soon as you can. That's going to start pushing those diseases out, recovering the turf from those diseases. And then when we water, we want to be real careful. We want it to dry as much as we can. We want to try to maybe mow a little bit more frequently right now because that'll help encourage the grass to be a little drier on the surface, and also it'll be better for the turf to not be able to get so stressed out by getting mowed too often. So we're mowing every third day, what we're doing right now, and we probably could mow faster than that. So that's what we're doing. That's going to help a lot. So another thing we're going to start seeing, our seeding is finally starting to end. So okay, we had the seed heads, and those looked all funny and goofy, and we had a yellowish spots because of that. And then all that rain pushed our fertilizer through. Now we got diseases popping up, and now our seed heads are gone, but now we have the leftover stems. And so let's look at some stems down here. And what we're going to start seeing is these stems here. Now this is not a grass blade, it's a stem. It's where the seed used to be on the top of this here. They're dying, and they're really thick and firm, and so it takes a while for these things to decay away. Sometimes it takes months for these to decay away. Now if you mow more frequently, you're going to break these things up and make them decay a lot quicker. So mowing more frequently as well, if we can step it up just a notch for the next couple weeks, that will help get everything looking back to normal again. I know that's a lot of work and not everybody can do it, and it'll just be time. Eventually these guys will go away. And so here's one that's still kind of green, and then here's another guy here who's already virtually dead. And so we're gonna have this brown look throughout our grass, and we can kind of look at it right now. You see how we have everything doesn't look nice and green and plush. We got brownness through here, dead stems, good grass in between it, diseases. So get that first application down, try to mow, not the first, get that mid-June application down early, okay? So that's your second application. And then go ahead and mow a little bit more frequently. And then really watch your watering. Try to be careful because we got diseases everywhere right now. Mushrooms are popping up as well. I'm actually surprised I haven't seen as many as I thought I would see, but don't be surprised here in the next couple weeks. Mushrooms start cropping up pretty good. It kind of happens after the rain sometimes. So just mow as frequently as you can, get that fertilizer down, and things will start righting. The ship will go on better then. September 1st, application might get pushed into the middle of August. Let's hope the weather cooperates, because now that we're doing June early, we might have to do September a little early. And so keep an eye on things. Send pictures to GCQ, and also email us anytime at gcqfertilizer@gmail.com. Thanks so much. Okay, and there's also one more thing I need to talk about. So all this rain has really done a lot to us as far as what our season's going to be like this summer. And so with all that rain, we've had twice the average amount of rain in this period of time. And so that means that there's a potential, our crabgrass preventer, which is based on a average rainfall season, might be pushed down too far. And so don't be surprised if you see some crabgrass popping up along the side of driveways and edges in thin areas. So there is probably going to be some crabgrass breakthrough this season, especially for people who are just starting our program. And so go ahead and watch out for that. If you start seeing it, there are post-emergent crabgrass controls. We sell Q4, which does a great job killing crabgrass. And so don't get too afraid of it, but be aware of it. Because if we let crabgrass kind of take over, then you're going to have dead spots that we're going to have to seed possibly in September, and all these other fun things. So, all right.